brought me to the hospital initially was I was having severe headaches. It was ongoing for about 2 weeks.
First time I met Mike was in the emergency department at University Hospital. He had been transferred from another hospital. He had hemorrhage in the brain, which is something that normally neurosurgeons, we're the ones that deal with that. And we could see that on the CT scan.
Later that afternoon, I got to meet Dr. Stephen, and he explained to me what they think they see in the scan and what the next steps were going to be, what they want to do.
Mainly the involvement is getting them informed about what's going on and explaining the hemorrhage and then getting the MRI and angiograms and all these other tests we were doing, just explaining the results.
And that initial meeting, he really did break it down into a simple language that I fully understood, that it was a bleed, and they suspected that it was bleeding for about 2 weeks. It ended up turning into a major incident, of course.
If he had not gone into the hospital at all and not been seen, it's possible that he could have deteriorated rather than being in the hospital when he deteriorated. He could have been at home or camping or whatever, and he probably would have died. I
didn't really have a chance to really be fearful when I was in his care. Shortness of the stay, I think, is really credit to Dr. Stephen and the kind of work that he can do.
They're getting all the information that's available to them, and I think involving them constantly, involving the family, involving the patient throughout the process. And typically when patients are acutely having problems, so when they're admitted and there's some issue going on, we try to see the patients continuously. I
was amazed at all aspects of the hospital, really, and the quality of care is definitely one aspect that really you rate as second to none. It was meeting some of the people here that really gave you that example of here's some people who are leaving a legacy, merely making a difference. One
of the most rewarding things is having good outcomes. I mean, that's why we do this job, is having good outcomes like Mike, for example. I mean, that's that makes the job worthwhile. Appreciation
for the little things. My twins' first day at school, then was able to walk to school and pick them up from their first day of school, and that was the first time I'd seen them in 8 days, and it was something as simple as picking your kids up from school is something that you take for granted.
Donated money through the foundation is helpful for a lot of the extra, the special items that we use that are kind of outside what we would normally get in the hospital. I think allows for quicker care for the patient. Thank you.
Thank you to those financial donors. My story could have been very different. It could have been one of me not being here, and that's unthinkable to a point of missing out on so much of my kids' lives that I want to be a part of.